over Harrison County. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies softball, being brought to you by the Harrison County Phillies softball boosters here on WCYN2. Nine 1-2 coming to the plate for Pendleton County in the form of Reagan Anderson, Logan Cooper, and Madison Verst. Anderson playing out in right field tonight. Reagan, a junior. Has 11 RBIs. That's a one double. 279 on the year. Bella beginning her second inning of work for Harrison County. Bella's numbers going into play. It's her 15th game. She started 14 of the 15th. Has went 61 in the third innings. Has given up 50 hits on the year. 39 runs, 25 of them earned. Has also walked 31, has struck out 66, is 8-3 on the year with one save and a 2.44 ERA as we begin the second inning. Harrison County trailing 4-0 after a grand slam by Maddie Musk. And the top of the first for the Pendleton County Lady Cats.
Second inning for the Lady Cats. Number 24, Avery Himes.
Reagan Anderson coming to the plate. She'll show bunt. Junior brings it back. Called swing, or called strike one as it hits that outside corner. 8 batters coming to the plate in that first inning for Pendleton County. A couple of hit batters included in that. And one base on balls. This one out towards center field. It's going to fall in front of Dye. Allison quickly gets it back in the infield. So Anderson reaches on a base hit. To bring up Logan Cooper. Cooper reached on a base on balls after going 0-2 in the count. Was able to work away back and reach on a base on balls. Came around to score the first run of those 4 in the first. So got a couple of swings, and number 42 getting ready to climb back in there. Called strike, hits that outside corner. Nice pitch. Madison Verst on deck for the Lady Cats. So she'll bunt, and bunts that one off the backstop. No balls and a couple of strikes. Bella tied for in the top 20 in the state with 8 wins going into play tonight. Philly's going to have to come from behind, though, in order to pull this thing out. Cooper climbing back in there. Outside for a ball and a couple of strikes. It's Pendleton County team at 12-5 on the year. As we mentioned, the first matchup that they have squared off against Harrison County. First of 2 regular season play. This one a slow roller to second base. Highlander will play the grounder, underhands it to Taylor at first for the force. While that's going on, Anderson will go trucking on to second base. Brings up Madison Verst. Verst back to the circle last time. Now we mentioned this Pendleton County Ball Club, 12-5 on the year. Verst will show bunt, brings it back. This one high, ball 1. Still 1 away. Runner down to second base. Well, this Let's see, Verse foul this one off the backstop. Runs the count of the ball and a strike. After tonight, this ball club is scheduled Thursday against Lexington Catholic, but this one foul back and out of play. Keeps the count 1 ball and a couple strikes. Catholic scheduled at Catholic this coming Thursday night. And they get to make the Montgomery Counties a part of the Bart Rising Classic over in Mount Sterling. Never an easy place to go. Got a date with Woodford County, Dixie Heights, and Johnson Central on Saturday. That's the way to spend a Saturday. There's no bounce in front of the plate. Runs the count in a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. They've still got a game against Nicholas. Actually, they've still got both games against Nicholas as far as the district goes. This one, she'll poke it out. It'll make its way to the edge of center field. Die comes up, goes bombing to third, the play at third, and McCoy's not able to get on with it with all the dust. While that's going on, Verst will round first and go on truck it on into second base when the base hit. So both runners now in scoring position with 1 out. Brings up Hannah Spalding, who was a hit batter last time.
Now batting, number 30, Hannah Spalding.
Well, as I mentioned, the next time that Harrison and Pendleton will play May the 8th. Spalding climbs in there. Runners infield playing in. This is fouled off. Strike 1. Baylor. Really needing a strikeout here. Because runs become a premium anytime Bruner's in the circle, and Phillies already trailing 4-0. This one popped up out towards right field. Hamlin's going to come up. Comes firing to the plate and is cut off a Persing, a throw down. McCoy comes in with it. She'll get it to White. White now back down. She'll chase her back down the field, get it into Hudgens, who was covering the bag, and they got her. And as we say that, it looks like Anderson went down and went down hard. She is still down. So it should goes 9-1 to 5 to 1, or not to, yeah, to 1 to 2 to 7. Wow. On the double play. Well, Anderson's still laying down there on third base. I'm not sure exactly what happened because of the dust and the chasing. It was hard to see what exactly happened, but coaches are surrounding her right now and taking a look to see what can happen. But that's going to end the inning. No runs in the inning. There was 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. We have played an inning and a half. Pendleton leading 4-0 over Harrison County, and we're going to continue right now to continue to talk to her as she's laying on her back. Slowly getting up. Hopefully she'll be okay as they stand her up. We are being brought to you by the Harrison County Phillies softball boosters. Some of those nice folks include Hall Painting, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Joe Cochran State Farm, Cassie & Associates, Grant Bennett Agent, Kellyan's Pizza, Kentucky Chiropractic, Liano's of Cynthiana, Maine Fitness, Mark Sadler Trucking, and Mikey's Trucking LLC. We'll get Anderson in the dugout, and hopefully she's okay. The trainer did talk to her, and looks like he's returning to the Harrison County side of things, so hopefully whatever's going on, she's okay. Harrison County will send to the plate here in the second inning. 5, 6, and 7. Owen McCoy, Bella Persinger, and followed by Julie Persinger. As we mentioned in the book, 9-1, 5, 2, 7. So it goes right. Okay, so 8 for 24, which would be
Number 17, Owen McCoy.
Kinley Cooper. Cooper is 7th grader. will go in for Anderson. So we'll put Cooper out in right field. Brings up Owen McCoy. McCoy will watch the first one go across the plate for a call, strike one. Owen, a couple of swings as she steps out and gets ready to step back in. Next delivery with Bruner up and out of the zone. Runs the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. McCoy, a sophomore. Also plays volleyball. And climbs in there and fouls this one back for strike one. Or strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Owen on the year, hitting .326. Does have 11 RBIs, 4 doubles, a couple of home runs. Those coming first few games of the season. Next delivery, swing and a miss, and it's first out of the inning. The third or fourth strikeout that Bruner has recorded tonight brings up the freshman Bella Persinger. Bella hitting 140. Does have 4 RBIs, 1 double, with 13 walks, leading the team in walks. Bruner. We'll see Bella hit this one out towards left center. It's going to fall in front of Cooper out in center, and that's going to be Harrison County's first base hit of the ball game. It's Persinger in a much-needed hit, and we're going to have a courtesy runner going out for Bella. And it will be. It'll be Hayden Lunsford. Lunsford, a sophomore. Brings up Julie Persinger. Julie, a junior, right-handed batter. Julie on the year hitting .256. Does lead the team bases out of 13 attempts, 7 walks. Has a double, 4 RBIs.
Number 20, Julie Persinger.
Persinger, the designated player, hitting for the second baseman Lexi Highlander tonight. Hayden Lunsford, as we mentioned, running for Bella Persinger down at first base. Bruner gets ready for the first delivery. She'll show bunt, brings it back for ball 1. Marissa Taylor on deck for Harrison County. Phillies trailing 4-0. I mentioned small crowd. Crowd, I think, has continued to come in as the game is slowly going along. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. 1 away here in the second. I appreciate you spending a little bit of your night with us here on WCYN2's app or on a YouTube page, however you may be with us this evening. Kaylee Bruner with the next comes up. She'll bounce that one in front of the plate. Runs the count at 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Yeah, there we go. Next delivery, she'll show bunt. Bunts this one foul off the backstop. Evens the count a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. Well, we mentioned Harrison County. A very busy week this week. They're 3-0 in the district with a couple of wins over against Robertson County early in the season. Did defeat Nicholas County last week over in Nicholas. Still have another date with the Jackets here at Shirley Field. That's a swing and a miss, and Lunsford takes second base on the stolen base. So with 2 outs, this will bring up the junior Marissa Taylor. Mentioned Owen playing volleyball. Marissa, a very good volleyball player. Hitting .333 on the year. Marissa has 4 RBIs, a double. See if she's got a little pop in that bat. Ball 1. Bailey Hudgens on deck for Harrison County. Junior playing over at first base tonight. Nice to get that 0 off the board. At 5, 2-0. Bottom of the second inning, Pendleton up 4-0. Swing and a miss, and runs the count of 2 balls and a strike. Bruner has 5 strikeouts. She's recorded, every out she has recorded tonight has been by a strikeout. Has walked a batter and has given up a single. Ball low, 3-1. Said Hudgens on deck if Taylor can reach here. Next delivery. Bruner coming home. Ball 4 out of the zone. It's going to put two aboard with 2 away and brings up Bailey Hudgens. Hudgens is a sophomore. On the year, Bailey hitting .310. Does have 6 RBIs to her credit, a couple of doubles.
Now batting, number 16, Bailey Hudgens.
Bruner with the delivery. She'll show bunt. Plays it down. Gets down the line quickly and beats the throw down to first base to load the bases. Nicely done. Base hit. Bunt. That's going to load the bases. Lunsford goes to third. Taylor to second. Hudgens at first. And this brings up Allison Dye. Allison, a strikeout victim back in the first. Base is loaded here. See if she can find a hole. Get that 0 off the board here. First delivery, she'll hit this one foul for strike 1.
Straighten it up. You got this, babe.
Leading off tonight. She'll climb in there and awaits the next delivery by Bruner. Right-hander comes home. Called strike at the belt. No balls and a couple of strikes. Mayhem on deck if Dye can reach. Still 2 away. Bruner rolls the ball on her hip and gets ready for the delivery. Right-hander comes home. This one out of the zone, runs the count of the ball and a couple of strikes. Climb back in there. The left-handed batter awaits the right-handed delivery. Bruner coming home, and here we go. She'll hit this one foul and out of play down to the third baseline. And see if she can get this to fall in somewhere. She's ready to climb back in there and waits the next delivery by Bruner. Bruner comes home, and that's a swing and a miss for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs in the inning for Harrison County. They did have a couple of base hits. No errors, and they do leave the bases loaded. We have played 2. Pendleton leading 4-0 over Harrison County. You're listening to Harrison County Fillies softball, brought to you by the Harrison County Fillies, the softball boosters on WCYN2, as well as our YouTube page. Being brought to you tonight by Milford Christian Church, Palmerhampton Realty Inc., Paul Jones Trucking, Pegasus Industries and Packaging, Chris Peterman, Primo Smiles, Richardson Farms, Southern States, Stockyards Bank and Trust, The Skirts Homburg Fairways, Thomas & Son Construction LLC, Twin Creek Pops, Wealth Management of the Bluegrass, Wendy's, and White, Maggard, and Greer Orthodontics. Pendleton County will send 4 and 5 and 6 to the plate, and Kaylee Bruner, Maddie Musk, and Miley Hornet. Your numbers through the first 2 innings: Pendleton County 4 runs, 4 base hits, no errors. They've left 2 runners aboard. Harrison County, no runs, a couple of hits, no errors, and they've left 4 aboard through the first 2. We head to the 3rd. Bella beginning her 3rd inning of work for Harrison County. Bruner was hit by pitch last time, 1 of 2 in that first inning. Came around to score the third run, and then grand slam back in the first. Bruner climbing in there and awaits the first delivery by Bella Persinger. So bounce in front of the plate for ball 1 here in the third. Yeah, we mentioned tomorrow night Scott County comes in. A little better weather as far as the wind goes. This one fouled down the third base line, a ball on a strike. And as we mentioned, we are scheduled to be with you all this week. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock on WCYN2. And went out of the zone, a couple of balls and a strike. As far as the YouTube goes, should be delayed. And on Thursday night, we make the trip to West Jessamine. This one out towards left field. Hudgens goes back and to go over her head and off the fence. Bruno around first, goes trucking into second, and she goes over the bag. And when she goes over the bag, she's able to get her foot back in. And they nearly had her that time on that double. She almost overran the bag, and Coach Persinger going to go out and talk to his infield and his battery. To give us a chance, as we mentioned, we'll be with you on Thursday night on the road over at West Jessamine. 6 o'clock scheduled first pitch on Thursday night. And mention the boys. The Breds are in action tonight up at Campbell. Also in action tomorrow night back here at Shirley Field, back here at Mac Whitaker Field on Tuesday night. And then they get to make the trip up to Owensboro as a part of that 2A state tournament this weekend. Coach Persinger will return back to his seat in the dugout, and this will bring up Maddie Musk. Musk, 1 for 1, that grand slam back in the first inning. This one up the middle. Tristan Ritchie will play it off the grounder across to Marissa Taylor for the first out of the inning. Brings up Miley Hornet. Hornet was a strikeout back in the first. And we mentioned we're with you against Scott County, and tomorrow night at 6. We'll be back on WCY. Actually, we'll be on the radio side of things Thursday at 6 as we make the trip to West Jessamine. This one popped foul down the right field line for a long strike. And next week, we're back with you on Wednesday night as we make the trip to Lafayette. And we follow up on Thursday night of next week as Great Crossings comes in. So, busy couple of weeks. Up high, runs the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0 our score. Pendleton knocking on the door with a runner down at second base, but 1 away here in the third. Next delivery, this is a slow roller. Tristan Ritchie will play it at short across to Taylor for the second out, but while that's going on, we will see Bruner truck on down to third base. Brings up Avery Mullins. Mullins singled last time.
Now batting, number 28.
Mullins hitting for Avery Himes, left fielder. So a 2-away. Runner still down at third base now. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bella has not recorded a strikeout as of yet. Well, this one's slow roller foul for strike 2. I have a feeling after tonight we're going to have to take some fans and just blow everything equipment out wise. Just because it's dirt. No balls, 2 strikes. 2-away, runner down at third here in the third. That went inside for ball 1. Ball, a couple of strikes, 2 away. Call strike 3 for the Knuppel strikeout in the 3rd out of the inning. No runs in the inning. There was 1 base hit, no errors and 1 runner left on. Pendleton leading 4-0 over Harrison County as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Being brought to you by the Harrison County Fillies softball boosters here on WCYN2. Some of those nice folks, including Angelo's Pizza, Banky's Restaurant, Bidfa, the Brett Persinger Memorial, Charlie's Roller Rink, City National Bank, Custom Wood Products, Cynthiana Bike Festival, and the Cynthiana Elks Lodge. All great folks allowing us to be with you here tonight. Well, 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate for Harrison County, and Emma Ham, Tristan Ritchie, and Savannah White. Bruner beginning her 3rd inning of work in the circle for Pendleton County. And my first time I was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd.
Now batting, number 11, Emma Ham.
Bruner with the delivery, and here we go. This one out towards right field. We'll see. Cooper goes to right field. She's not able to hang on to it. It'll bounce away from her. Makes its way towards center field and rounding second and heading into 3rd with a stand-up triple. Will be Emma Ham to get things going here in the 3rd inning. That's the way to get things going. Big stand-up triple here in the 3rd. Brings up the junior Tristan Ritchie. Ritchie reached on base on balls back in the 1st, but was stranded it.
Number 4, Trista Ritchie.
See if this Harrison County offense can wake up now. Bruner's a very good pitcher, though. Call strike at the belt. Savannah White on deck for Harrison County. As I mentioned, Bruner has struck out all 6 outs she has recorded in the first 2 innings. Delivery, swing and a miss up high, got it going. Mentioned Tristan had a slow start to the season batting-wise after transferring in, and at the last few weeks she's got that bat going. Bruner will get ready to deliver to Musk. Up high, ball 1. Ball and a couple of strikes. Mentioned Savannah White on deck for Harrison County. Okay, this one out of the zone. Evens in a couple of balls, couple of strikes. Next delivery. Ball 3. So after going 2, she'll work it back full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. She got a couple of words from Coach Persinger onto the 3rd base coaching box, and Savannah getting ready to, or Tristan getting ready to climb back in there. This one out towards left center. Cooper will take a couple of steps back and then comes in, makes the catch. She'll fly it in. We're going to have a play at the plate, and they got her. Nice play, Cooper to Musk. Sam tried to tag up, but it was a very nice heads-up play for the 2nd out of the inning. So with the double play, that'll erase the base runner. And this brings up Savannah White. Savannah, a strikeout victim back in the 1st, does lead the team in RBIs.
Savannah White.
But a nice play that time by Cooper from center field and Musk putting the tag on. Ball one outside. On McCoy on deck. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, leaving the count at a ball and a strike. Well, the Phillies have been able to put a runner aboard each inning, but have not been able to cash in as of yet. Next delivery. Swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes. 6 strikeouts already recorded by Bruner. In the first 2 1/3. Or 2 2/3. Wind still blowing. And tell you what, from where we're sitting, it's a wonder the umpires can see much of anything because the dust is coming flying this way. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, 2 away here in the 3rd. And that's a swing and a miss, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs in the inning for Harrison County. They did have 1 base hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We have played 3. Pendleton leading 4-0 over Harrison County as we head to the 4th inning. You're listening, of course, to Harrison County Phillies softball here on WCYN2. Being brought to you by the Harrison County Phillies softball boosters. And some of those folks we can tell you about include the Cynthiana Lions Club, the Cynthiana Rotary Club, CNV Construction, the Dairy Queen, Diane Sumter, Dr. Brent Hines and family, Family Wealth Group, Field & Main Bank, Gary Lamb, and GCH Insurance. Kylie Richardson. And then Reagan Anderson is scheduled on deck, but she left the ball game, so we'll see what happens there. And Logan Cooper, the 3 that we're supposed to see, 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order. Get ready to back underway here in a moment. And it gets her gear back on, and Kylie Richardson grounded out to second in first plate appearance, back into first. And so we get ready to get this back underway here.
Leading off top half of the 4th inning.
Well, Coach's Poll was scheduled to come out today. Haven't had a chance to see it as of yet, but I do have last week, so we'll take a look at that here in a moment. Louisville Ballard, the defending state champion, still sitting at the top of the heap. This one a slow roll to 3rd. McCoy will play it off the ground across to Marissa Taylor, 1 up, 1 down. Nice play to begin the 4th inning. And coming to the plate will be Cooper, number 8, who came in for Anderson back in the 2nd inning when Anderson had to go out. This is Kinley Cooper, ball 1.
Kinley Cooper.
One ball, no strikes to Cooper. This one fouled off the backstop. Ball and a strike. Kinley Cooper on the year, hitting 125. Only her 9th at bat. Does have 8 runs scored, though. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball and a couple of strikes to Cooper. And we mentioned Louisville Ballard sitting at the top of the heap. South Warren and McCracken County, Henderson County, and Davies County in the top 5. She'll foul this off. Stays alive. Does Cooper a ball and a couple of strikes. And the team that we'll see next week, Lafayette, 6th overall in the state, Anderson County. Then Great Crossing, who saw unfortunately last week. We'll see again later here in Madisonville, North Hopkins, followed by Greenwood. Down a little low, runs the count, a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. So, a couple of dates still with Lafayette and Great Crossing as far as the top 10 go. There's a fouled off. It keeps counting even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mercy at 11, Oldham County at 12, Madison Central, who we'll see later, in 13th. Scott County at 14th in the state, who comes to Shirleyville tomorrow night. Lexington Catholic, who we've already seen this year. Top 15. This bounces it from the plate. Runs the count full. 3 balls and a couple of strikes. Still 1 away here in the 4th. Pendleton's been able to put a runner aboard each inning. This one a slow roller, and it'll make its way past Highlander to first base into the right field. So Kinley Cooper will reach on a base hit, and this will bring up Logan Cooper. Logan walked the first time up, hitting the fielder's choice second time.
Logan Cooper.
Came around to score as a part of that grand slam back in the first. Louisville Mill at 16th, Exception at 17, Barron County at 19th, and this Barron County at 18th, Harrison County at 19th overall in the state, Fillies. Followed by Montgomery, who's 20th, so the 2 of the top teams in the 10th region, 19 and 20. Logan Cooper climbing back in there. She'll find a gap in center field. Dye going to reach that one as it hits the fence. As the ball quickly comes in, both runners will have to make their way and hold. I'll put both runners in scoring position as Kinley Cooper holds up at third. Logan Cooper with a stand-up double. This will bring up Madison Verse. Verse singled last time. Head back to the circle her first time up. DuPont at 21. Owensboro Catholic at 22. Central Hardin at 23. Woodford County, who we saw earlier on, at 24. And Henry Clay at 25. She'll show bunt. Call strike 1 as it goes across the plate. So that's the way the top 25 looks as far as the coach's poll goes. 1 away, runner at third, runner at second. This one high. Pendleton trying to add to this 4-0 lead here in the 4th. Grand slam in the first inning. Maddie Musk taking it over the fence. This one a slow roll to third. McCoy will take a look at the runner. She'll throw over to first. Taylor comes up. The throw back in hits the home plate umpire. But as all that's going on, Kinley Cooper will score from third, and Logan Cooper will go to third. So on the sacrifice, we'll go 5-3 for the second out. Does drive in the run. Makes it 5-0, and Hannah Spalding coming to the plate, and the home plate umpire moving a little slow, but he's doing all right. So a 2-away, runner down at third.
Now batting, number 30, Hannah Spalding.
Spalding. He's the first to go across the plate for strike 1. Let's hit the batter back at the first. She came around to score that second run. Call a quick time to kind of let that breeze go by. No balls and a strike. 2-away. Delivery up high, 1-1. Five, nothing or score. Pendleton leading the way. Mentioned got a date in a couple of weeks, towards the beginning of May, down at Pendleton. Swing and a miss at strike 2. Next time these two will play. Down in Falmouth, which is also the site of the 38th District Tournament. Strike 3, and that's a Knopflaw strikeout. And more importantly, that's the third out of the inning. 1 run does come across the plate for Pendleton County, came by the way of a couple of base hits. No errors, and 1 runner left on. We have played 3.5. Pendleton leading 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies Softball on WCYN. Being brought to you by Hall's Painting, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Joe Cochran State Farm, Cassie & Associates Grant Bennett Agent, Kellyan's Pizza, Kentucky Chiropractic, Leonos of Cynthiana, Main Fitness, Mark Sadler Trucking, and Mikey's Trucking LLC. Bruner beginning her fourth inning of work. She'll see 5, 6, and 7 come to the plate for Harrison. And Owen McCoy, Bella Persinger, and Julie Persinger. Phillies really needing to get their bats going here. They've been able to put runners on each inning, and they have left runners aboard each inning. Bruner's done a nice job tonight. She's walked 2 batters, given up 3 base hits, and has struck out 7. Owen McCoy. Owen was one of those strikeout victims back in the second.
Owen McCoy.
Ball one high. She'll climb in there and awaits for the next delivery. This one out towards right, left center. Going back is Cooper. Cooper not able to get to it as it goes off the top of the fence for a very, very long single. And had a shot. And he hit about as far as he could go, not going over the fence. A straightaway center. Brings up Bella Persinger. Bella singled her last time up. And Hayden Lunsford come run for her, and Hayden stole a base and got stranded at third. See if Bella can do something with McCoy down at first. Ball one high. Persinger waits the next delivery. This one a little low, 2-0. Bella does lead the ball club in base on balls. In fact, tied for 15th in the state with 13 of those. Couple of practice swings, and she'll climb back in there. Outside, 3-0. Julie Persinger on deck for the Phillies. Right now, Phillies really needing runners as they trail 5-0 here in the fourth. Wind still blowing left to right. Called strike at the knees. Nice pitch by Bruner. 3 balls and a strike. Called strike at the knees. Runs the count full, 3-2. So Bruner, after going 3-0 to Bella Persinger, has bounced her way back to count on the count full. Next delivery. So foul this off, so we'll do it all again. Pendleton with Richardson, Hornet, first and second, versus at third. Spalding at shortstop. Himes, Cooper, and Cooper from left to right in the outfield. Musk behind the plate. Kaylee Bruner still doing her damage in the circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bella Persinger. Next delivery out of the strike zone and put the first 2 runners aboard with a base on balls. Third base on balls, Bruner's given up tonight. Brings up the junior, Julie Persinger. Julie 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout back in the second inning.
Now batting, number 20, Julie Persinger.
Marissa Taylor on deck for Harrison County. Bruner's Hayden Lunsford, the sophomore, going in for the freshman Bella Persinger and be running on the base path. So McCoy at second, Lunsford at first. First delivery, Persinger bunts it down, a beautiful bunt. Gets it down, a throw down to first, not in time, bases are loaded. Julie beats on the throw to load the bases. And this will bring up Marissa Taylor, and Taylor is due. She's got some pop. We've seen in the past, over the last few years, that she has done what she needs to do as far as
Now batting, number 14.
with a little bit of power. And let's see if she can make something happen here with the bases loaded. Nobody out here in the fourth inning. Phillies down 5-0. Really needing to get that run in from third to get that 0 off the board, and that's a called strike one at the knees. Bailey Hudgens on deck for Harrison County. Taylor playing over first base tonight. She'll show bunt, puts a nice bunt down. Bruner comes off and tries to scoop the ball to Musk, but overshoots her. Phillies will get the run in as McCoy will score from third. Lunsford will go to third. Julie Persinger goes to second. And Marissa Taylor will reach on an RBI single. It's going to be a tight play at the plate. And give her the RBI, brings up Bailey Hudgens. Bailey singled her last time up. And just like that, the battery in the infield is going to go out and have a chat in the circle with Bruner. Lunsford at third, running for Bella Persinger. Julie Persinger at second, Marissa Taylor at first. Hudgens coming to the plate, and finally the umpires are going to try to come out and say, hey, we got to go, guys. And they'll break up the huddle that was going on in the circle. Got to break up the huddles when they go to the circles. Hudgens coming to the plate. Let's see if Bailey can make something happen here with the bases loaded. Corner's going in. Second is short playing back, and she'll show bunt and brings it back, but the umpire says it was a strike, so strike one. Allison down on deck for the Phillies. Next delivery. This one to the third baseman. The third baseman will tag the runner, then goes around and throws the ball away from first base. That's still going to bring in a run on the throwing error. And the ball gets away. Both runners are able to get to second and third on the throwing error. So with the ground ball, they will tag Lunsford for the first out of the inning. Persinger will score from second, make it 5-2. Marissa Taylor goes to third on the error. Hudgens will reach, and she'll make her way to second on the throwing error by the third baseman. So with one away, brings up Allison Dye. Runner at third, runner at second. Third baseman still playing in. Dye will get a slow roll to shortstop. Spalding comes up. Dye's going to beat the throw, and that'll bring in another run. An RBI single by Dye. So that will bring in Taylor from third. Hudgens will go to third. And Dye down in first, 5-3. Phillies knocking on the door, was still just one away. Emma Ham coming to the plate, and Coach Versch is going to come quickly out of the Pendleton County dugout for the second conversation. And while that's going on, Coach Persinger is going to go talk to his runners. So the Phillies have had a couple of bunts or a couple of plays that have been bang-bang at first, and they have beat them out here tonight and doing a nice job. Runner down at third. Tying run is down at second base, or down at first base, rather. Emma Ham coming to the plate. Emma tripled last time, and it was thrown out at the plate. So with one away, let's see if Emma can make something happen here and get the Phillies a little closer. 5-3 our score. Phillies are trailing. Pendleton hit that grand slam in the first. They put that other run up on in the fourth. Called strike at the knees. Tristan Ritchie on deck for Harrison County. 7th batter of the inning to come to the plate for Harrison. And just like that, Dye's going to swipe second base. So both runners now in scoring position. She can find a gap. We're going to tie this thing up. This one a little low, ball 1. Here comes another dust storm. Emma waits the next delivery. Bruner throwing the ball on her hip, then comes home. This one fouled off, strike. Ball and a couple of strikes. Fourth inning of play is where we sit. Tell you what, it's going to take half the day to get the dust off the equipment tomorrow. Swing and a miss. And second out of the inning recorded. Brings up Tristan Ritchie. Tristan walked in her first time up and last time hit that shot out to center field. 8th batter of the inning. Phillies trailing 5-3. Ball 1. Savannah White on deck if Ritchie can reach.
Come on, Trista. Let's go, Trista.
See if she can find a gap here and get those runners in. Swing and a miss, and that means to count a ball and a strike. Two outs here in the 4th. Legends at 3rd. Dye out at 2nd. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Phillies 3 runs here in the 4th.
I'll see him up on the. Come on, Trista. Hold on a second. Come on, Trista.
Next delivery with Bruner. Ball 1 inside. Evens the count, a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. Next delivery. And that one's fouled off, so we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillies 14-4 on the year. This Pendleton County team at 12-6. Both clubs trying to remain undefeated as far as the 38th district goes. Mentioned they've got another date down in Falmouth coming in May. That's low and inside. Runs the count full. 3 balls and a couple of strikes. Ritchie trying to keep the inning alive here. She'd like to get Savannah White a turn here in the 4th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners aboard, 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies down by 2 at 5-3. Next delivery, and that's a swing and a miss. Give Bruner a lot of credit. She strikes out back-to-back. Phillies to end the inning, but 3 runs come across the plate. They came by the way of 4 base hits in the inning. There was an error in the inning. And the Phillies leave 2 runners aboard. We have played 4. Pendleton County leading the way 5-3 over Harrison County. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies softball on WCYN2 Zap. We head to the 5th inning. Kaylee Bruner, Maddie Musk, and Miley Hornet come to the plate for this Pendleton County Ball Club. Some more folks allowing us to be with you include Milford Christian Church, Palmer Hampton Realty Inc., Paul Jones Trucking, Pegasus Industry and Packaging, Chris Peterman, Primo Smiles, Richardson Farms, Management of Bluegrass Wendy's, and White, Maggard, and Greer Orthodontics. All great folks allowing us to be with you throughout the season. It's hit by a pitch back in the first and scored as a part of that grand slam. Doubled her last time and got stranded at third. Here in the fifth inning. And the way that wind is blowing, it sounds much worse than it is. But at least no one has heard any thunder. Wind still blowing left to right. First pitch out of the zone, ball one. Bella gets ready for the next one. Comes home, this one fouled down the third base line. Ball on the strike. Ball, a strike. This one awful close, but not close enough. 2 balls and a strike. Bruner steps out and comes back in there. Next delivery by Pella. This one, base hit into left center. Nice hit. So it goes all the way to the fence. Hudgens comes up with it and fires it in. And sliding in there with a double will be Bruner to begin the fifth inning. Brings up Maddie Musk. Musk 1 for 2 in the ball game with that grand slam back in the first. Also grounded out to shortstop.
Maddie Musk.
Musk climbing in there. This one pops straight up in the air. You can see what the wind plays with it. Lexi Highlander is able to make the catch. Nice job for the first out of the inning. Brings up Miley Hornet. Hornet 0 for 2 in the ball game. Ground out to shorter last time up.
Coming to the plate, number 11, Miley Hornet.
Miley Hornet climbing in there. Ball 1 low. Avery Mullins on deck for Pendleton. And we mentioned the Reds in action, the first of 3 against Tampa Bay tonight up at Great American Ballpark. Up and in, ball 2. Reds have fallen pretty roughly yesterday to Pendleton County, to Philadelphia. This one out towards right field. Ham's going to camp under it. Fires it into third base. But Bruner's able to slide in there. Coach Persinger wanting an appeal. And he'll get it. The throw back down the second base as he was saying, hey, she left early. So it'll go. So Hornet will be the second out of the inning. They will get Bruner for leaving early for the third out. So no runs in the inning for Pendleton County. They did have 1 base hit. No errors and nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 5-3, Pendleton leading the way. Harrison County will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies softball here on WCYN2. Well, as we head to the bottom of the fifth, Savannah White, Owen McCoy, and Bella Persinger, Harrison County trailing by 2. See if they can get the bats going here after putting 3 runs up on the board in that 4th inning. And leaving a couple of runners on board. As I said, Bruner, one of the top pitchers in the, not only in the 10th region, but she's one of the top in the state. Mentioned the Reds in action tonight at Great American Ballpark. First of 3 against the 14-2 Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa starting the season at 13-0, tying the record as far as most wins to begin the season, then falling, losing 2 out of 3 this past weekend in Toronto.
Now batting number 23, Savannah White.
Savannah, as we mentioned, The other night against George Rogers Clark, hit a 3-run shot. Said before, and Savannah hit the longest home run I've ever seen hit in this park. Ended up in right field of the Michael Whitaker Field during stopped the baseball game. So foul this one off for strike one. And coming last year, that massive home run. And hit another one later in the ball game that cleared the scoreboard on the left field. So she's got the pop. We've seen some power out of her over the years. Has 3 so far this year. Out of the zone, runs the count and the ball on the strike. Lots of blankets and jackets and coats up here. A little chilly tonight. Bounces up there, two in the ball. 2 balls and a strike. McCoy on deck for the Phillies. Next delivery, she'll foul this one off. Evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning. 5-3 our score. These clubs have battled many, many times, especially over the last few years. She'll let this one out towards left field. Himes coming in, continues to come in, and it gets right past Spalding. Spalding lost it. And so with a base hit, Savannah White will reach and brings up Owen McCoy. Owen singled and came around to score the first run last inning. And a courtesy runner running for Savannah, and let's see what it's going to be.
Running number 19, Lauren Highlander.
Lauren Highlander will come to run. The freshman will come out to run for the junior Savannah White down at first base. Owen McCoy coming to the plate. Owen, as we mentioned, singled, came around to score last time, also a strikeout victim. Bruner with 9 strikeouts in the ball game. There's walk 3. This one popped up, foul for strike 1. So we'll do it again.
Come on, O, you got this, O.
See if you can find a gap here. Bella Persinger on deck for Harrison County. Called strike at the knee, so no balls and 2 strikes. Bruner taking her time, wiping the ball off. Now we'll climb back in the circle, and here we go. Up high. Ball and a couple of strikes. Phillies trailing 5-3. Green slam to begin the ball game for Pendleton County. Also putting a run up on the 4th. Harrison putting their 3 runs on in the bottom of the 4th. Make it 5-3. Foul this one off, so she'll stay alive with a ball and a couple of strikes. Remind you, following the game, we'll have our post-game report. We'll be naming the Jew Construction Player of the Game. We'll also, of course, be joined by Harrison County head coach Chad Persinger and take a look at the numbers breakdown as well. All that coming up after the game tonight. Called strike 3 as it hits that outside corner. 10th strikeout recorded by Kaylee Bruner here tonight. Brings up Bella Persinger. Bella singled and also reached on base on balls. Runner down at first base with 1 away. Ball 1 low. Musk saves it from going anywhere. Nice play by Manny Musk. Tomorrow night, the Lady Cardinals of Scott County come calling. Fouls this one off, ball on the strike. Scott County, as we mentioned earlier, one of the top 15 teams in the state. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. But first things first, Phillies need a couple of runs here in the fifth. That went a little high, 2-second ball, and while that's going on, Lauren Highlander will swipe second base. Second stolen base of the ball game for Harrison County. 2 balls and a strike. Runner down at second base now. Ball 3. Jim Bruner's given up 3 walks in the ball game. This one straight up the middle, base hit into center field to go. Rounding third, play is going to be close to the plate, and quickly retreating back to third will be Highlander. Bella's single in that time, her second hit of the ball game. And we will see Hayden Lunsford going to run for Bella Persinger down at first. So runners on at the corners. Brings up the junior Julie Persinger. Julie singled last time, came around to score. It's also a strikeout victim back in the second.
Number 21, Hayden Lunsford running.
So Lunsford down at first. Lauren Highlander down at third. And Julie Persinger coming to the plate. Nice pitch at the knee, strike 1, and going in quickly to second base is Lunsford, her second stolen base of the ball game. So both runners now in scoring position, still just 1 away. So show bunt, strike 2, not able to make the contact. Highlander almost picked off at third as she got it about a quarter of a way down. Her Coach Persinger yelling back, 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 back. And has to dive back in there, but she's able to do it. So runner at third, runner at second. 0-2 your count. 1 away here in the fifth. Ball 1 inside, and the Pendleton County faithful not agreeing with that one. Thought that hit that inside corner, but umpire said no, it didn't. Next delivery. She'll foul this one off. Not a play past the third base dugout. Marissa Taylor on deck for Harrison County. Persinger reached on a bunt single last time up. Just beat the throw. Julie's going to foul this one off the backstop to keep it at a ball and 2 strikes. Bruner with the delivery, a little high. Runs it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The junior climbed back in there and awaits the next delivery. So foul this off. But guess what? We'll do it again. Persinger battling her way here. Lauren Highlander down at third. Hayden Lunsford at second. She'll pop this one up. And they'll go into foul territory. Reverse will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Brings up the junior Marissa Taylor. Taylor reached on a walk as well as singled in and drove in a run last time. Came around to score as well.
Now batting, number 14, Marissa Taylor.
Bailey Hutchins on deck if Taylor can reach. Oh, Taylor climbing on in there and waits the first delivery by Bruner. Still 2-1, but 2 away. Ball 1 low. One ball, no strikes, 2 away here in the 5th. Next delivery. Swing and a miss. Leaving the count on the ball on the strike. Savannah White started the inning with a single. And Lauren Hollander run for her and is standing down at third now. And then after a strikeout by McCoy, Bella Persinger reached on a single. Hayden Lunsford stole second base. That's how we got our 2 aboard. Terray Taylor will reach out, continues to go over the top ahead of Cooper out in center field. That's going to bring in 1. There's number 2, and they're going to get her at second base. But both runs did score. Did she get under the tag? She got under the tag. She's in there for a double. The ball beat her there, but she was able to slide under the tag with a 2 RBI double, and we got a brand new ball game. Phillies tied this thing up at 5-5. Okay. I knew the ball beat her, and I thought they got the tag on, but they didn't. She slid under the tag to tie the score up. So nice job by the junior. Brings up Bailey Hudgens with the go-ahead run now to second base here in the 5th. Show bunt, puts down a bunt, and oh, what a play by Verst. Verst, who was playing in the third, dives and just kind of sticks her glove out to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But damage was done. Phillies put 2 runs up on the board. They came by the way of 3 base hits in the inning. No errors. And 1 runner left aboard. We have played 5. We're tied at 5. Pendleton County and Harrison County. You're listening, of course, to Harrison County Phillies softball here on WCYN2, being brought to you by the Harrison County Phillies softball boosters. Well, coming to the inning here in the 6th, will be 7, 8, and 9. Avery Mullins, Kylie Richardson, and Kinley Cooper for Pendleton County. Harrison County putting 3 runs up in the board on the 4th and put 2 more in the 5th. We'll see if what can happen here as we head to the 6th. Your numbers through the first 5. Pendleton County with 5 runs. They came by the way of 8 base hits. They do have an error in the ball game, and they've left 4 runners aboard. Harrison County have put 5 runs up on the board. They have came by the way of 10 base hits. They have no errors in the ball game. And they have left 6 runners aboard here tonight against Bruner. Bella beginning her 6th inning of work. Mullins 1 for 2 in the game with a single and a strikeout. And we mentioned tomorrow night, we're back here around 6 o'clock here on WCYN2 as the Scott County Lady Cardinals come calling. Bread's also in action tomorrow night back here at Michael Whitaker Field. Called strike. Comes across at the knees. And both clubs off on Wednesday. The Reds playing at 12:35 Wednesday. We'll have that game on WCYN Radio. And Thursday, this one high, 1-1 to Mullins. Thursday night at 6, we'll be making the trip to West Jessamine to take on the Lady Colts. Harrison County Phillies and the Lady Colts at 6 o'clock. We'll have that on the radio side of things. This one fouled off, ball and 2 strikes. And then we'll follow up on Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, the Harrison County Thoroughbreds in the opening round of this year's 2A state tournament from Owensboro. We said that'll be on Friday. And depending on what they do on Friday, what time they play Saturday. Swing and a miss. That's a Canuplaw strikeout. First out of the inning brings up Kylie Richardson. Richardson 0 for 2 in the ball game. Here tonight.
Due up next for Pendleton County, 0-0, Kylie Richardson.
Grounded out to second, grounded out to third. Right-handed batter, she'll show bunt. Brings the ball back and fouls off for strike 1. The ball's and a strike to Richardson. And a bounce in front of the plate, evens it to the ball and a strike. Well, we mentioned the Kentucky 2A baseball tournament taking place down in Owensboro this weekend at Jack Hicks Field. It's fouled off, runs the count, ball and a couple of strikes. Things get underway on Friday at 11 a.m. Adair County and Warren East scheduled to play. Next delivery, this will bounce way up in front of the plate, evens it at 2-2. Then at 1 o'clock, or 2 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock Central Time, Harrison County and Paducah Tillman to play. This went out of the zone, evens the count, actually runs the count full, 3-2. And then at 5 o'clock, Greenup County and Whitley County, followed by Lawrence County and DeSales. All opening round play scheduled. Should just kind of poke it out there, and on the running catch by Allison Dye for the second out of the inning. Nice play that time by Dye. Brings up Kinley Cooper. Kinley Cooper singled, came around to score that 5th run back in that 4th inning. Then the next round will be played on Saturday at 11 and at 2. If the Phillies, if the Breds were to beat Paducah Tillman, they'd either take on Warren East or Adair County at 11 a.m. on Saturday. This will bounce. Well, actually, they said it'll hit her. Third hit batter of the ball game. We'll go back to the top of the order, bringing up Logan Cooper as Kinley Cooper makes her way down to first. The finals are scheduled at 6 o'clock on Saturday down in Owensboro, so good luck to the Breds. Hopefully Saturday or Friday afternoon will be the first of 3. Brings up Logan Cooper. Logan Cooper walked her first time, came around to score, also singled, or doubled rather, in the 4th. This one called strike 1. Still 2 away. Runner down at first base. We're tied at 5-all here in the 6th inning. Madison Verst on deck for Pendleton if Cooper can reach. This one a slow roller to Highlander. Highlander docks it down and is not able to get it there in time. First error of the ball game for Harrison County. We'll put runner at second or runner at first, and this brings up Madison Verst. Madison 1 for 3, singled back in the 2nd inning. And Coach Persinger making his way back into the circle. Brings his battery and his infield in to talk. Just in case you're curious, Shy Ross is not available tonight. Shy's been the other arm that we've seen the majority of the season for Harrison County. But Shy not playing, not able to play this evening. Hopefully we'll have her back in a game or so. Gotten very quiet here at Shirley Field. The meeting's going on down at third base coach's box. It's Coach Verst meeting with Kinley Cooper, and actually no, she's meeting with Madison Verst and Hannah Spalding. Harrison County Open, they won't see Spalding until the next inning. Madison Verst climbing back in there. She'll show bunt, brings it back, and slowly hits this one foul down the third base line for strike 1. Runner at second, runner at first. 2 away. Next one on the way. This one a little high. Runs the count even into ball and a strike. Next pitch on the way by Persinger. This one goes straight up. Tristan Ritchie will make the call and the catch from shortstop for the third out of the inning. No runs in the inning for Pendleton County. No hits. There was 1 error, and they leave 2 aboard. We have played 5.5. We're tied at 5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Harrison County Phillies softball on WCYN2. Being brought to you, as we are the entire season, by the Harrison County Phillies softball boosters, and we thank them. Mentioned tomorrow night, we're back here around 6 o'clock. Scott County comes in, the Lady Cardinals. And on Thursday night, we head to the 12th region as we make our trip to Nicholasville to take on the Lady Coats of West Jessamine. That'll be Thursday night. We'll be on the radio side of things on Thursday night. Back on WCYN 2 tomorrow night. Top of the order coming to the plate for Harrison County. And Ellison Dye, Emma Ham, and Tristan Ritchie. Allison 1 for 3. Singled last time up. Also had a stolen base last time. Bruner beginning her 6th inning of work. Ham, Tristan Ritchie, next 2 batters for Harrison County. Phillies hoping this will be their last bat, which means they'd have to get a run in here. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A little bit ahead that time. Sun slowly going down. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. Shadows creeping between home plate and the circle. 3. Bruner's recorded 10 strikeouts in the ball game. That's ball 1. 1 ball and a couple of strikes. She has walked, I believe, 4 batters. 3 batters, rather. Trying to pick up her 7th win, but right now we're tied 5-all. Dye's going to foul this one off. Evens a count on the ball and a couple of strikes. Next pitch on the way. She'll bounce that one up there. We're even to count in a couple of balls and a couple of strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. We're tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next delivery with Bruner. She'll hit this one over the top of Spalding's head into left field. It'll fall. Dye will reach on a base hit to get the 6th inning going for Harrison County. It's the 4th inning in a row that Harrison County's put the leadoff hitter aboard. Last 2 innings they come around to score. Brings in a Ham. Ham tripled her earlier in the ball game. She's 1 for 3. Next delivery with Bruner. She'll show bunt. Nice bunt put down. Bruner comes off. He's going to throw her out at first and going to move down to second base on the fielder's choice. On the sacrifice, we'll go 1 to 4, covering the bag. This brings up Tristan Ritchie. Trista walked back in the first, hitting to a double play and also a strikeout victim in the 4th. See if she can find a gap here and do something with it. Pitch on the way. Call strike at the knees. Nice pitch for Bruner. Savannah White on deck for Harrison County. Dye's the one who want to get in from second base. Ritchie. This one way up there, and Musk doing a nice job. Throw down to third. They can't come up with it. So we'll put a stolen base there on the wild pitch. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. If she can find some place to stick this ball, we'll see if the Phillies can go up by a run. Next delivery, and she'll hit this one out towards left field. It's going to hug the line and go foul and out of play to run the count of the ball and a couple of strikes. I mentioned these two clubs have a date later in May down in Pendleton County, and I can guarantee you it's going to be just as intense. 38th District Tournament down in Falmouth this year. Battling for the lead in the 38th District. Both clubs undefeated. Tristan Ritchie will hit this one foul, and she's way out and early. Goes this one out of play for strike two. Ball and 2 strikes. She'll climb back in there and waste the next delivery. And she'll hit this one out towards left field. Himes continues to hug the line, and it's going to get its way over the fence for a very long strike, a very long foul. Out of play. The junior continues to try to make something happen here. She climbs back in there and awaits. Go ahead and run down to third base. Hit this one foul and sends everybody dancing down there. Ball, 2 strikes is where we remain with 1 away. She can get this ball in the hole somewhere. Phillies go up by a run. But we're trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Slow roller to third. Diving for it. And not in time. Ritchie reaches, but more importantly, Dye scores from third to put the Phillies up for their first lead of the night. It's 6-5. RBI single for Tristan Ritchie. But you give Verst a lot of credit. She hit the ground, got her glove on it, and that was about all she could do. Savannah White coming to the plate for Harrison County. Lots of people having lots of discussions. The battery in the infield, in the circle. Coach Verst is taking a look at Madison Verst. I didn't realize that down the third base, halfway down the third base line, looking at her left arm. So I'm sure she scraped it up pretty good because she went down hard after that ball. As they continue to look at it, now the home plate umpire will join the meeting over there, and while that's going on, we'll have the battery and the infield meet in the circle. Owen McCoy and Savannah White meeting around home plate. Harrison County up 6-5 here in the 6th. White on the night, 1 for 3. A couple of strikeouts, a single, a run scored to her credit. Lauren Highlander ran for her and came around to score that run. Last inning. Phillies, your scoring looking like this. Big grand slam by Maddie Musk in the first inning for Pendleton County. Put the Lady Cats up 4-0. They did score a run in that 4th inning. And a single by Cooper, and then an RBI ground out by Madison Verst. Harrison County counting with 3 runs in the 4th. They then turned around and put 2 more up in the 5th. And a 2 RBI double by Marissa Taylor. Now they put 1 up on the board here in the 6th with 1 away and a runner down in first. And Savannah White coming to the plate. Runner takes off to second, and nobody's covering the bag. So Tristan will go in there easily. Ball saw Musk come flying up with it, fired it down. Spalding came over for short, but she couldn't get to it, and Hornet didn't get to it either. So 1 ball, no strikes to White with an insurance run down to second base. Owen McCoy on deck. Ball 1, or ball 2 rather, high. Mention we on the YouTube live tonight. Ryan Annis doing an excellent job as always. Ball 3. Musk doing a nice job hanging on to the ball. Make sure Tristan Ritchie didn't go anywhere from second base. Owen McCoy on deck for Harrison County. Next on the way, this one popped foul. Ends the count at 3-1. Mentioned next week, we're with you, I believe, on Wednesday and Thursday. Make the trip to Lafayette on Wednesday. Next pitch on the way. Called strike, nice pitch at the knees. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Bruner, after going 3-0 to White, has worked her way back to a full count at 3-2. And McCoy on deck. So foul this off. Will Savannah White to stay alive here. Richie down in second. Phillies up 6-5. After they were trailing 5-0 going into that 4th inning, they had battled their way back to take a 1-run lead here in the 6th. This one out towards right center. Cooper going to her left. She'll make the call and the catch. Richie will tag out from second and goes trucking in, sliding into third. Brings up Owen McCoy with 2 outs and a runner down at third. Owen 1 for 3 in the ball game. A run scored and a single.
Now batting, number 17, Owen McCoy.
Runner down at third base. Phillies up 6-5. Fouls this one off for strike 1. Bruner with 10 strikeouts in the ball game has walked 3. He's given up 12 base hits. She'll pop this one up. The second baseman, Hornet, goes over and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But damage was done. 1 run does come across the plate for Harrison County. It came by the way of a couple of base hits. There were no errors in the inning, and the Phillies do leave runner aboard. We head to the 7th. Pendleton County coming to the plate. Harrison County hoping that was their last at bat here in the 6th inning. You're listening to Harrison County Phillies Softball, brought to you by the Harrison County Phillies Softball Boosters on WCYN2. Pendleton County will send the heart of their order to the plate in 3, 4, and 5, and Hannah Spalding, Kaylee Bruner, and Maddie Musk. Bailey Persinger beginning her 7th inning of work. Your numbers through the first 6 innings. 5 runs across the plate for Pendleton County. 9 base hits. They do have an error in the ball game, and they've left 6 runners aboard. Harrison County with 6 runs of their own. They have had a total of 12 base hits in the ball game. They do have an error, and they have left a total for 8 runners aboard. Well, here we go. As we said, the heart of the lineup coming up for Pendleton, and you know they will not go quietly. Hannah Spalding, the shortstop. She was a hit batter back in the first. Came around to score the 2nd run as a part of that grand slam.
Number 30, Hannah Spalding.
Also flew out to right and was a strikeout victim in the 4th. Here we go, as it continues to stir. This one, a slow roll to first. Taylor will backhand it. 1 up, 1 down. Stay with us. We'll have our post-game report. We'll name the Judah Construction Player of the Game and be joined by Harrison County head coach Chad Persinger and get you ready for tomorrow night and take a look at the numbers as well. Pendleton not done yet. Kaylee Bruner come to the plate. She was a hit batter back in the first, came around to score. Also has a double. Actually has 2 doubles. Ball 1. Maddie Musk on deck for the Lady Cats. Pendleton not done yet. Bruner, as I mentioned, very, very dangerous player. Nice player. So hit this one out towards right field. Ham will make the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Brings up Maddie Musk. Musk 1 for 3. Had that grand slam back in the 1st inning. It's also grounded to short and popped up to the second baseman. Not done yet, folks.
Plate for the Lady Cats. Number 25, Maddie Musk.
Let's go, girls. Come on, Phillies. One more.
Phillies up 6-5. This Pendleton County team does not die. Call strike of the knees until that last out is recorded. No balls and a strike. Bounces up there, 1 ball and a strike.
Good job, Savannah.
Miley Hornet on deck for Pendleton to shed Musk reach. Two balls and a strike. That one a little high.
Bella, you're all right, Bella.
Son still getting ready to say goodnight. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
One more, Bella. You got this, Bella.
Phillies trying to pick up win number 15 on the year. And still got a strike away before they can say that they've done that. Musk climbs in there. Little high. Runs the count at full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, one more. Bella. Let's go, Bella. You got this. Come on, Phillies. 1-1-4. Come on, Bella, Bella.
Next delivery. Persinger comes home. Down with ball 4. So the tying run will now reach on the base on balls. Brings up Miley Hornet. Hornet 0 for 3 in the ball game. Strikeout. Grounded to short and flew out to right her last time up.
Now batting, number 11, Maddie.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Away, Bella.
Next delivery. Strike 2. Try to check her swing. It didn't matter. Bella has walked 2 in the ball game, but has hit 3 batters. This one out towards right field. It's going to end up out of play for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Go, Bella, one more.
Trying to pick up her complete game win here. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Go, girls, one more.
Next delivery. So at this one out towards center field, Dye's going to go under it. She'll make the call, the catch. Harrison County will complete the comeback from behind win as they win 6-5 over Pendleton County. Nice win for Harrison County.
And that's your ball game. Final score, Pendleton County 5.
6-5 your final.
6.
Stay with us. We'll have a look at your numbers. We'll be joined by Harrison County head coach Chad Persinger. We'll also have your Judy Construction Player of the Game. All that coming up in just a matter of moments. As Harrison County wins, they're 15th on the year to go 15-5. Pendleton County falls to 12-6 on the year. We'll do a little bit of math here. 3, 4. Bella in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 1 runner left on. 6, 7, 8. And 3, 4. 7 runners left aboard as we get a few more of our numbers here. 3, 7. Harrison County. 7, 8. You got your final numbers here looking like this. Harrison County 6 runs, 12 hits, 8 runners left aboard, 1 error in the ball game. Pendleton County 5 runs, 8 hits, 7 runners left aboard, 1 error in the game. Bella Persinger does pick up the win. Kelly Bruner picks up the loss. Bella goes 7 innings on the night. 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 3 hit batters. Kelly Bruner goes 6 innings. She gave up 12 base hits in the ball game. Does strike out 10 batters. And does walk 3 batters as well. So that is the way that their numbers look here tonight. We'll give Coach Persinger a few minutes as we begin our post-game report. Let's take a look at how the individual numbers look. First for Allison Dye. Allison on the night going 2 for 4, a couple of singles and a run scored and a stolen base. Emma Ham on the night. Emma going 1 for 4, had a triple on the evening. Tristan Ritchie. Tristan reaching on a walk, reaching on a single, had an RBI as well. Savannah White on the night going 1 for 3, had a run scored as well as a single. Hayden Lunsford, Lauren Highlander running for her, did have that run scored as well. Owen McCoy going 1 for 4, had a single and a run scored. Bella Persinger, Bella on the night, reaching all 3 times, reaching a couple of singles as well as a walk. Had Hayden Lunsford running for her and scored the 1 lone run. Julie Persinger, Julie returning to the lineup tonight, going 1 for 3 with a run scored and a single. And Marissa Taylor reaching on a walk, a double, and a single, had a run scored, and 3 RBIs. Marissa Taylor, our Judy Construction player of the ball game. She played out at first base tonight, so congratulations to Marissa Taylor, our Judy Construction player of the game, reaching all 3 times, a walk, a double, a single, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Bailey Hudgens, Bailey on the night, reaching a couple of times on a single and an error as well. That is the way the individual numbers look here this evening. And we'll give him a few more minutes while we're get a couple of words from Harrison County head coach Chad Persinger. And as we said, we'll get him marked up here. And Coach, congratulations. You may have to dust that off. So you may have to just dust your headset off, but congratulations.
Oh, man, what a game.
Well,
Did you enjoy that one?
Yeah, that's the way you want to do it.
No, you don't want to start off 4 or 5.
No, that's a good point. It's a very good point. But as far as the comeback, come from behind, the girls never gave up.
We needed that, actually. You don't want to play out like that.
Yeah.
You know, you want to. I really talked to Bella about going out the first inning and let's set the tone. 1, 2, 3, and she struck that girl out, and she didn't get that call. And I just told her in the huddle, I said, I think it bothered you when you didn't get that call, and you got to overcome that. And they got the grand slam. I said, now you keep it here. Give your team a chance. And when she gives up 1 more run in 6 innings to that kind of an offense, I am tickled to death with her. I'm on her way too much, way too hard, but I'm going to praise her when she needs it, and I'm very happy with her.
She had a good outing tonight. Yeah, I saw you mentioned that first inning, but never gave up. And we've talked many times before how good Bruner is, and this ball club mentioned in the 4th, putting those runs on and then continuing on to win here tonight.
Bruner is such a, I noticed today I was writing up some statistics, and she hadn't struck out yet half the season here. And
oh, wow.
That just says something about her eye coordination and how good she is at the plate, along with her pitching. And then, I knew we was going to face her there at the end, and we talked about her for a second before we took the field, and wasn't going to give her anything to drive and let her tie this thing up. And she didn't, and we got a pop-up to Emma, and that was big.
Coach, as we mentioned, they continue to come back here tonight. How about Marissa Taylor?
I was going to say, for a girl to step in second and third, was it 2 outs? I believe it was. Yeah, I know it was.
Yeah.
And for her to get the head of the bat to the ball on that, because that was kind of a high pitch that she's been striking us out on, and to drive that thing to center field and to do that and to tie this game up, I just told her that was absolutely huge, and I'm happy for her. Trista's at bat was enormous too.
Yes, it was.
You got the tying or go ahead run at third, and she fouled off at least 4 or 5 really good pitches, and then she gets that base hit that the third baseman dove and knocked down, It's just a lot of things that happened that game from a lot of people.
It really was. You mentioned a very balanced attack, 12 hits overall, 8 runners left aboard, if that's the only thing. But against Bruner, that's nothing. I mean, 8 runners left aboard. Not to really turn the page yet, because I know you need to go talk to them as they get ready for the JV ball game. It doesn't get any easier. Scott County comes in one of the top teams in the state.
We have a rough schedule this week and next, but we don't want it any other way. We will face a pitcher tomorrow that is top 5. She's incredible. They say she's hitting 68. I don't believe that. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. Yeah. But I know she throws hard, and I know she's good. They got a good team. We're down a pitcher. We're down a player. I don't know if Shy will be ready tomorrow or not. You know, it's just it really hurts us not to have her bat and glove and everything in the lineup. But you know, we fought there and was able to pull it off. Not having Julie, you know, another good defensive player in the game. We're just battling through it right now, and these girls are really pushing, you know, and getting better and taking their opportunity and doing something with it, which is great. But West Jasmine won't be as tough. But then, my goodness, next week.
But you got to go there.
Yes, but you got Great Crossing, you got Lafayette, Ryle twice. I can't even remember everything. Highland, or it's not Highlands yet. I can't remember everything, but I tell you, I don't know who put the schedule together, but he's crazy with it.
You kind of question his sanity sometimes. But, yeah, so as we mentioned, that's tomorrow night. And I do have to mention something before I let you get out of here. And I kind of failed to mention this a moment ago. How impressed were you with the kids that put down the bunt, the girls that just beat the throw to first?
I felt like there in about second, third, maybe fourth inning that the runner was so on. We were struggling a little bit, so we're gonna make him make the plays. But a couple of the bunts were put down perfect. Yeah. You know, making them make some mistakes as well. You know, that kind of helped us get that first and second run, which ended up being huge for us. So, you know, I told them from top to bottom, everybody had a hand in it. And you like to win games like that where everybody's involved, everybody's helping, you know, it makes the whole team feel good. And it was just a good night. It
really was. We'll talk with you again tomorrow night as Scott County comes in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And, of course, Harrison County head coach Chad Persinger telling us a little bit about some of his thoughts about tonight's ball game. Phillies win, 15th game of the season, knocking off Pendleton County. They remain undefeated in the 38th district to go 4-0 on the year. As far as Pendleton goes, they will run their record to 12-6 on the year. They go to 2-1 in the 38th district play as well. As we mentioned, these two teams will have a date coming in May back over at Falmouth, and we know it's going to be just as tough as it was tonight, as we look forward to being with you for that one. Speaking of being with you, we'll be back here tomorrow night around 6 o'clock at WCYN2's app. Is Harrison County and Scott County will come tangling tomorrow night. We'll be with you for that one. We'll be back on the radio side of things on Thursday night as the Phillies make the trip to West Jessamine. Big thank you to the folks allowing us to be here tonight. The Harrison County Phillies softball boosters, including Angelo's Pizza, Bianchi's Restaurant, Bitfa, the Brett Persinger Memorial, Charlie's Roller Rink, City National Bank, Custom Wood Products, Cynthiana Bike Festival, Cynthiana Elks Lodge, the Cynthiana Lions Club, and the Cynthiana Rotary Club. C&V Construction, Dairy Queen, Diane Sumter, Dr. Brett Hines and Family, Family Wealth Group, Field and Main Bank, Gary Lamb, GCH Insurance, Hall Painting, Harrison Memorial Hospital, Joe Cochran State Farm, Cassie and Associates with Graham Bennett Agent, Kellyon's Pizza, Kentucky Chiropractic, Leono's of Cynthiana, Main Fitness, Mark Sadler Trucking, Mikey's Trucking LLC, Milford Christian Church, Palmer Hampton Realty Inc., Paul Jones Trucking, Pegasus Industries and Packaging, Chris Peterman, Primo Smiles, Richardson's Farms, Southern States, Stockyard Bank and Trust, The Skirts, Homburg Fairways, Thomas & Son Construction, LLC, Twin Creek Pops, Wealth Management of the Bluegrass, Wendy's, White Maggard, and Greer Orthodontics. Harrison County picks up win number 16 on the year. We say thank you to Ryan Annis for running our YouTube page again tonight. He does an excellent job every time he's on control of anything we put him to work here at the station. That's going to wrap up our coverage here from Shirley Field. Phillies win. They're 15th on the year. They win 6-5, come from behind, all over this Pendleton County Ball Club. Until tomorrow night, this has been Ed Lewis. Good evening, everyone.